Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing how to start making those changes into building a healthier relationship with food. And the first thing that you need to do in order to start making those changes is identifying patterns, what eating patterns you have. So why is this so important to identify first? And the reason being is because in order for you to understand where your bad habits are coming from, you won't be able to make the necessary changes. Once you start making those connections, once you can make that bridge on that gap, start connecting the dots. So that is why it is so important for you to be able to identify what patterns you have. And I do have a free downloadable workbook for you to get that will help you identify them. What you need to do in order to start making those connections is documenting how you're feeling when you're eating, documenting when you are emotionally eating, or when you feel the need to go on a binging eating episode. When you have those moments, you have to take the time to really make those connections so that you fully understand what is going on. And that is just one part of identifying your pattern. We then have to identify what triggers you. What I would suggest is you starting off with writing down how you feel after every meal for at least 3 days, or maybe on the weekend. You know, this is when you mostly get triggered, or when it's really, really hard for you to stick to your plans. What is it that is causing you to do that? How is you do so well Monday through Friday, and then the weekend comes around and you kind of throw everything out the window and you're like, I'll start Monday. So I think that is very important for you to take those moments to help you understand where those patterns are coming from. And it'll also help you identify what is triggering you, what triggers you in that moment, what is causing you to feel that way, who is causing you to feel that way. So the moment you are able to make those connections, you are able to recognize them. And the moment you start recognizing them, you will stop acting on these episodes. Another big part about starting a health journey or a healthy lifestyle is really identifying what is the reason you want to achieve this. I know you've probably heard it many times, about writing down your why, and it really, really makes a difference when you are able to identify what is making you choose to get healthy. And let me tell you that because you want to lose 10 pounds and feel good in that pair of jeans really isn't going to help you stick with a plan that you probably haven't been able to stick with in the past. You really have to dig deep and really ask yourself, why do you want this goal? Why is it so important for you to achieve it? You might have health issues. Maybe you want to, be able to play around with your kids once they get older. Or you want to live a healthier life. You want to diet anymore. You want to eat freely, not be restricted. Really ask yourself, what is it that you want to achieve? And the moment you identify your reason why, put it up somewhere where you see it. Put it up where it'll remind you of why you're working towards this, so that whenever you feel like you can't do this anymore, you are able to remind yourself why you're started or why you're working towards this. And you don't need to put a timeline on yourself, because remember, this is not something this is not an event you're working towards. This is not something that you say, I need to achieve this by this time, because this is going to be a journey that you'll have to work on a daily basis, just like everything else. So give yourself the patience, give yourself the time to be able to, do something different, completely different than what you have always done in the past. So that you can really make these changes and build that lifestyle that you want. Because it is possible. It is possible to lose the weight and feel amazing about yourself. So I am going to attach in the description a free workbook for you to download. And this workbook will help you identify your eating patterns and your triggers. So feel free to download. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll be here next week with another video.